Project Jeep?
Project Jeep.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give you guys a quick walk around. This is the new project we picked up. It's a 1997 Jeep Wrangler TJ Sahara edition. Definitely needs some work. First things first, it doesn't have brakes because there are 2 busted brake lines that need to be replaced. So we're gonna go ahead and start with that, and then we can work on the rust spots that need to be replaced or fixed.
The brake pedal goes to the
first
floor.
brake line that's busted is actually located right behind the front wheel. It's up there, hard to see. I'll show you guys after I take the wheel off.
And then the second one is actually at the rear wheel.
You can see the fluid on the floor, fluid on the tires. So got the wheels off, got the vehicle safely supported, and I'm going to show you guys this front brake line that's actually leaking. So the line itself that's leaking is actually coming from right here. So what I'm going to do is find a good section of it that I can cut into and replace it with new brake line. And this one's for the front, and we also got one in the rear. I got my kit here. This is a flaring kit. This is what you need to replace the brake line. This is the new brake line. I think this is about 25 feet of copper brake line. You do need open-ended wrenches, and these are all the links right here to connect the lines together. So what you want to do is you want to find a good spot to work with. The line itself is leaking right in this area, and I think it's because the way it was clamped in there to hold it in place. So find a good solid spot, like this one's a good spot, so I'm going to go ahead and cut in right there. A little bit harder to do on the car just because of the room, but definitely doable. Looking at these lines further, they're actually trash. I mean, you can see how rusted this one is. So it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and replace it from the line. So the beginning of the line up until the good clean part, which is under the frame over there. So I got the brake line hooked up. You can see the new copper line. I'm actually gonna go ahead and reroute it a different way than it was originally. Originally it was tucked in behind here, and you can see with the Chicago winters we have a lot of snow and rust builds up in there from the salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and reroute this a different way just so it doesn't cause the same problem in the future. All right, this is the rear side right here, and it's actually leaking from this area right here. It looks like it was replaced before. It looks like an old repair that somebody did from right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and find a good part of this line, cut into it, and replace it. So we finally got all the brake lines done. Instead of doing 2, I ended up doing 3 out of the 4, which I didn't expect, but the lines kept breaking as I kept fixing them. They were in pretty bad condition, so they need to be replaced. Time for a test drive. Next up, we're definitely gonna need to change out these fenders. They're pretty bad with rust. There are a few other spots that we need to do. We're also gonna be adding a lift kit on here, wheel spacers, changing out the suspension, and doing some other things to it with the interior and the outside. So stay tuned for part 2. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment. Don't forget to like this video, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.